Welcome to Case Files. I'm your host, Alicia Weaver. This week, from Mr. Ward's MSIT 4305 Classroom Management class, we were asked to take a look at some classroom management scenarios with problem behaviors and to address various strategies correcting behavior. For this study, we were asked to create and evaluate a classroom management scenario and to provide an effective and an ineffective response by a teacher. Let's take a look into Ms. Hefner's choir class and see two possible outcomes for this scenario.
Ms. Hefner, my Kodu fanny pack.
Nice. Good morning. Hi, girls. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Teddy. Hello. How are y'all?
From what we've just seen, our student Teddy has entered the room already in a bad mood. Another student has accidentally bumped Teddy's head with his folder. Let's see one ineffective response from Ms. Hefner.
Teddy, when you better cut it out or you're going to go straight to the office.
In this response, Ms. Hefner publicly embarrasses Teddy by calling him out by name in front of the whole class. This action forces Teddy, in essence, into a corner. His actions at this point are limited to either a fight or flight. Let's see a better way of handling this situation.
Okay, I'm not having any fights in my class today. Did you mean to hit Teddy with your folder, Evan? I didn't think so. So let's keep the yelling in the gym and we're going to start from the top.
In this video, Ms. Hefner does respond to the action, but she broadly states to the whole class that she will not be having any fights. She does not specifically call Teddy out or embarrass him. She instead mediates the conflict between the two boys, quickly resolves the situation, and then moves on with her instruction. After coming up with these two responses that I thought were ineffective and effective, I went to some expert practicing teachers in the field to ask what they might advise Ms. Hefner to do and what not to do in this situation. Let's see how this scenario could have played out with an ineffective teacher response. As Ms. Hefner ignored the first outburst and kept conducting, the situation continued to escalate, and her control of the classroom continued to loosen. The experts argued that ignoring the situation is by far one of the worst responses a teacher can give. Let's take a look at what they thought a better response would be.
Teddy, I need you to step outside, please. Logan, can you come lead the group for
Yes.
Thank you. Anything you want to talk to me about?
No, not really.
Okay, well, we need to keep that kind of behavior out of my classroom, okay?
Okay.
You'll notice that when Ms. Hefner took Teddy into the hallway to speak to him, she didn't just begin by scolding him for his actions, but first asked him if there was anything he thought she should know about. Because she entered into the conversation openly and without any anger, Teddy was better able to settle down his emotions rather than bow up in frustration. Though he didn't explain his outburst to her this time, he will leave the conversation knowing that she truly does care about him. She did, however, continue to affirm her expectations for her students in her classroom before sending him back into class. The theorists that most closely align with my philosophy on managing problem behaviors are Richard Kerwin and Alan Mendler. They believe specifically in disciplining students with dignity. The teacher protects the dignity of the student who is acting out by removing them from what could be potentially a very embarrassing situation. Other educators who also align with their theories may still keep high standards for their students and be fair, but consider the individual situations of the students before the strict rules and consequences. In my future classroom, I wish to remain calm when handling behavioral issues so that I am continuing to think of the students first and what they might be experiencing rather than just my own emotions. I want to protect my students' dignity so that the problem is addressed, but the student-to-teacher relationship is still kept intact and is healthy.